Hello, everyone. Thank you for arriving at my impromptu live. Yes, Elvira at lunch for a break. Woo, what great timing. Thank you for tuning in. And Kian say, hey, friend. Let me back it up. Hey, Jen. All the Jens. Liz. Hey, Liz. Downcast Lashes, Christine. What's going on, VYC? Sharon, Janet, Only Mel, Pam. Hi, Pam. Feda 315 or 1315, excuse me, can't read. Hi, Lucille. Hi, everyone. Hi, Patricia. Amazing. Okay, so quickly, if this is your first time here, clicking on one of my videos, this is a live, not one of my edited ones, which means there might be a little more chatting, there a little more interaction with the fam. So if you want to see an edited video, I have a lot of those on my channel, but the reason why I popped on is because I originally wanted to go live on Saturday, but my days, you know how it goes, fam. The week changes, things shift around, so I thought it would have been better for me to go live today and not on Saturday, because Saturday is turning a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because I wanted to dedicate a live in comparing. You should see, oh my gosh, the mess right now on this bed is insane. Today's live video is dedicated to Natasha's Zendo palette, her newly released palette, comparing it to all her other palettes. Okay? When I look this way, this is my computer and where I can see the comments. This is my camera, which looks like I'm looking at you. I'm going to go back and forth. If you don't like that, this live might not be for you. Just going to let you know right now, okay? I got my Zendo earrings on, which I unofficially dubbed. They're a little more orange than the actual. This is more like a copper, dare I say. I want to move this mic a little bit. Of course it's stuck. The setup right now is insane. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. And yeah, I'm not too worried about it being a full live. You know what I mean? It's casual. It's casual. So let's get started, and I'm gonna take off this halo. Hi, Pauline. How are you, my friend? Send you a big hug. Multiple hugs. Hey, Southern Yankee. What's up, friend? All right. Now, I immediately call this Natasha Denona's greatest hits palette, and I stand by it because it really does have, I think, like all of the shades she does insanely well, which is the corals and the browns and the blues, or more so the turquoise, the teals, right? And I said this in my original video that if you have all her other palettes, you can definitely replicate the looks that I created on my original video, which I will eventually, whatchamacallit, link in the description box. Chantecaille Beauty, I meant to message you. Thank you so much for sending me some new lashes, friend. I really appreciate you. I was so happy to get my Lady Graces in the mail, because listen, fam, these are the ones that really set off my look. So thank you so much for sending me some lashes. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. This might be a little long because there are a lot of palettes from Natasha Denona. So I would like to start with the ones that I feel we all immediately thought of. Like immediately, okay? And I immediately thought of Metropolis. Metropolis, I feel, definitely more grunge. More grunge than Zendo. Zendo, I think, is a lot more lighter, a lot more summery, dare I say. And although you have the teals going on in Metropolis, I feel the teal found in Zendo to be a lot more low-key. And I also do think this cream to powder formula a lot easier and smoother than the ones. The ones, unfortunately, in Metropolis got a little hard pan on me. Let's go over the following. These guys right here. So you really got to dig in, yeah? So that is one from Metropolis. The other is more green leaning. Yeah. And the last one is more blue leaning. So this is the one from Zendo. And you see, it's definitely like a more muted teal, whereas this is more turquoise. This is more like, dare I say, forest green. And this is a lot more aqua. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Chai. And the other shades in here, you know, if we were to compare it to maybe, for instance, the turquoise found in Zendo has like this midnight blue tinge to it, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So that is from Zendo. And you see, I think it better. Actually, I found this performs beautifully well if you apply it on top of mantra. On the lid, that mantra serves as like that amplifying base to really push the blue tinge from that color and it to stand out. Whereas the blues found in Metropolis, you see that they're more like aqua. Yeah? Not to say that you need to get Zendo now. You could totally make it happen with Metropolis if you happen to have it. And this is the other blue. And this is why I was saying where people were like, these are repeats, they shouldn't be in here. They should be in here because this cream to matte aligns with this blue to amplify it. This cream to matte aligns with that blue to amplify it, or more like teal, should I say, teal. And the other olives in here, I don't think, I mean, you could definitely mix them up. Zeal, which is a true powder matte. Natasha calls this the army green. Yeah. These, I call this, I want to say it's avocado. What is it really though? Lethal. This is a like an avo green that I love. You know, it's more maybe like a mossy green. And the other ones here, I feel a lot more grungy in tone. I feel that will look really pretty with Zeal, you know, if you wanted to mix it up. And you have this one here that's a little more antique to it, antique shine gold to it. And the other shades in here in Metropolis, copper, orange, a totally different color story that exists in Zendo. I would like to go into, where is it now? Let me put my phone over here. She doesn't need to be. You're taking up too much space, darling. Bronze, which I have to say, yes, call me Jen Chartreuse. That's a good name too. Chartreuse. Bronze has to be my favorite midi palette. I know it's a lot more monochromatic than Zendo. I get that. But the looks that I have created with the bronze palette, they're just phenomenal. I'm trying to like straighten myself out here. It's just so beautiful. I love it. And I'm gonna move my mic first of all. But what I'm gonna do is combine or kind of what's going on there, Alicia? Okay, what's going on over there? I want to compare the more burnt types of colors. So just take one last look. These are the standout Metropolis comps, okay? Mantra, the shades from Metropolis. What is this one called? Hold on. Equilibrium with the teals from Metropolis. Then we have Zeal, and then we have Lethal, and the two other olive-looking ones from Metropolis, okay? I wanted to present that because it's time to do a little wipey wipe. I do think if you have bronze and you were thinking about getting Zendo, that you will not have any repeat moments. Bronze is a totally different thing. Although I feel there are similar pinky gold shades in there, which I think Zendo leans very heavily on that side of the palette. Yeah, is this still a little green? Let me see. And excuse me, fam, I got my air purifier going on in the background. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, my allergies have been a lot better, but sometimes they sneak up on me. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna allow my forearm to dry. And just reading through the comments. Hey Taya, how are you, friends? So happy that you're able to stop by. Okay, dry forearm. Let's go. Let me first start off with Zendo, right? Viger, which also we got to look at the Love palette because the Love palette has quite a bit of red in there. Absolutely Mindful. I feel we might have a similar moment. Look at that. I don't know if she slightly adjusted the cream to powder formula in this, but it's good in terms of it hasn't got hard pan on me yet, and I feel the color deposit, the laydown is really nice. Really nice. Okay, what am I doing? Balance. We've seen this shade before, but I love that it's in here. Beautifully smooth. It's like a peachy brown. You know how I feel about my peachy browns, okay? I love them. I need them. I don't care if I have 10 versions of them. They're here to stay, all right? I would also like to swatch Luster. Luster is this beautiful metallic type of a gold situation. Aura. 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 Got pink moment there. Sense. The bronze pink. Woo! Look at that. Look at it. It's beautiful. And Tranquil. Tranquil. Lighter, definitely not as punchy as some of the shades that I feel exist in bronze. 100%. But as we will discover later when I go into the demo, yes, we got a demo, okay? I mean, it won't be my channel without all the demos, right? Now, would it? This, I believe, Zendo serves as a beautiful face palette as well. And because the shades are not as chunkity lunkily, I think more ideal to then apply on your cheeks. Okay? You know what I mean? Excuse me. Let's move into bronze now. Suntan reminds me of Balance. Let's see. Balance is here. All right, so we got a little more peach from Balance and a little more tan. Tan, you know what I mean? Oh, Beach. Beach might be one that is similar to Balance, but a lot lighter. So you got a little more peachy brown, and Beach from Bronze, more overall like a light brown peach. So perhaps this you could blend out Balance with. Magma, automatically I will assume this is going to be, yes, a lot richer than Viger. Viger is like a truer red, whereas Magma is like that hearty, deep red brown. Now, Bliss, which reminds me of Aura from Zendo. But Bliss is, I think, ooh, you know what? I don't know what I think. I just love it so much. Similar, but more pink. Giving me a little more pink, don't you think? Palladium. Palladium is beautiful. Pink as well, but like a taupe pink. whereas the other shades in Zendo, coral pink. Okay. High degree. Well, actually, no. Let me do. I want to do all of it. Alloy is giving me luster vibes. Luster is here. Let's see what we got. There's luster. And there's alloy. I think we're getting a little more bronze from alloy, whereas luster, a little more gold. Is very nuanced. I know. I'm picking here. But, you know, who else am I going to do this with except you, friends? All right. True bronze. True bronze. How do we think? Oh. All right, that's true bronze there. And there's luster here. I definitely think true bronze is a little more. It's not as yellow as luster, I feel like. You know what I mean? However, though, if you have bronze in Metropolis, you can. Southern Yankee. Luster has more luster. Yes. What else? I want to do silk too. Silk is so unique. And I don't think this formula is like almost like a melted metallic formula that does not exist in the Zendo palette. You see how much more shine that has than the other ones found here? I feel like, but that's cool. You know, that's why I love the bronze palette. So all in all, you don't have to get Zendo if you have bronze, especially if you don't even like the colors that exist in Zendo. If this is more your wheelhouse, then I would stick to this. But there are differences. Although slight, there are differences. You know what I mean? I just think you have a little bit of smokiness that exists in the bronze palette, especially with rhodium. I forgot what the deep dive. To have this beautiful. Oh, thanks, Chai. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. Here for the demo. I appreciate you, friend. I think Deep Dive is so unique to include in bronze because the way it combines with the other shades in here, how it provides that smokiness without relying on your typical deep brown shade, it adds so much character to the look, which is why I fell deeply in love with bronze, and I'm still in love with bronze. You know, the way this just, whether it's on its own or combined with any of the shades found in bronze, it's just too much. Too much. Now, Sunrise, the first release for this midi size. We were all thrilled. We were all perplexed at the time when we saw that this palette was $65 and not the usual $129. And then when you read carefully the small details, it said that the pant sizes were significantly smaller than the original pant sizes than, let's say, was found in Leela, right? And we're like, how can this palette cost 65? Oh, because it's smaller. And we were thrilled. We were thrilled. Now we have those who have been eyeing Natasha Denona an opportunity to maybe consider buying a palette without breaking the bank. Okay? Okay? So, here we go. Sunrise and Zendo. Yeah? I spy Morgan to be under consideration. Dayspring. Mm-hmm. There are none of these that exist in Zendo for show. Maybe Jasper and Clove compared to Viger. Let's see. Let's set up the Zendo shades first. I'm going in with Relief. I'm just going to switch arms, which is going to be a little tricky because it's my left hand, but you know what? We shall believe. This is Relief. Gonna go in with Vigor again. All right. I will also like to go in with Luster again. These are like my standout comparisons as I'm taking a look. And I think I want to go in with Aura too. Oh, also Calm. Let's do Calm as well. So middle finger is Aura. Index is Calm, which is very light. Very light. Okay, so here we got the setup swatches for this comparison round. Going into Sunrise, definitely Morgan, the standout creamy powder matte shade. Salmon, are you thinking more salmon and that's more coral from Relief? Okay. Clove, this guy right here. More of like a red plum compared to Vigor. Yeah. Vigor, definitely more red leaning. And Jasper, which is, I feel, more terracotta red. Yeah, and that's Vigor. That's a little more orange. Awakening and Azalea definitely giving me Aura vibe. So let's do Awakening on the index, Azalea on the middle. Awakening, Azalea. Azalea is like this funny topper shade. Is a duochrome for sure. But the flip, not quite the same as Aura. And Awakening actually reminds me of the shade that exists cute in bronze, but dare I say it's more like a silver pink. You know what I mean? And Dayspring, this one here, which reminded me of Luster just by looking at it. Here we go. This, I think, a little more bronze leaning. This is more copper yellow. Yeah, I like that too. I think the standout difference between Sunrise and Zendo is the inclusion of these yellows as well as like the magenta. You know what I mean? That I think what makes it more pink bronze, not as quite. And you have the corals in here too, but I don't think as strong of a coral story that exists in Zendo. Mhm. And because of that reason, dare I say, I can't believe I'm saying this, but because Elizabeth, hey, I don't know if, Elizabeth, I don't know if you're here in the chat, but Elizabeth had said that looking at Zendo made her like Sunrise better, and she got Sunrise instead, which I think is so interesting, right? Because depending on the color story and what you gravitate towards, one can make you choose another just based on highlighting what you don't think you're gonna like. I love these yellows and all these other shades. I think they're vibrant, but I really love the simplicity of Zendo, even with the inclusion of the army green and the teal. You know what I mean? Ugh, this is so on a tilt. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Now, are we good with Sunrise? I think we're good with Sunrise because I'm trying to move as fast as possible. We got to do another wipe, fam. Another wipe. Here we go. I really want to go into Love. I want to compare the reds in Love, but I think that might be it because all the other shades are completely pink leaning. You know what I'm saying? Melissa, Love is inconsistent. I find that some people had a fine time with it and some people didn't. I think because the colors that she had in there were a little tough to formulate. Were a little tough to formulate. Okay. All right. Little dry. I love it. My forearms have sparkles on them now. They're nice and shiny. Okay. Gonna toss that. Sometimes I keep the boxes. I can't help myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't help myself. Okay, we got love. Love. Never knew that I was missing. Okay, Alicia, shut up. Now we got love. Do you see immediately my eyes went to heart. Intense. What else? That's it. I think. Okay. Let's set it up. Viger. One more time. Relief. One more time. I want to do Tranquil as well because I think we might have a similar moment found in love. All right, here we go. We got heart. Heartbeat. And intense. Heart. Heartbeat. Intense. Intense. More carnation pink than relief, which is more coral. Heart clearly more red, while Viger more of a muted red. And the other ones here, I think heartbeat was like more of a plum. Alright. And giving, we could do giving, which is like a duochrome moment here. It's the pink with like the blue flip. Or I forgot the exact combination, but it's almost like a VR pink moment from Pat's Subversive. I forgot the actual name of that shade, but that's what it reminds me of. And I think that's it. Lifetime? Definitely not like Luster. Well, maybe Yama. Hold on. This is Yama. The peach. Whoa, can't. Hold on. There we go. The peach to lime flip. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, it's okay. You want to blur all the background? I understand, Mr. Lens. I understand. Lifetime is what I wanted to compare it to. All right, here's Yama. Here's Lifetime. So it looks like Yama has more of like the green flip, whereas Lifetime, well, actually, they're very similar. But Lifetime, I feel, has a stronger peach base. T's here. Hi there. Hi, friend. So grateful for you to stop by. Thank you so much. Nappy headed hobos here. One of these days, I'm going to get to the West Coast after all the craziness has happened, and I'm going to give my little niece Ray Ray a hug. That's it. All right. I think that's all the comparisons from love. Love is strange. Metaphorically and in regards to this little comparison here, it's like when I look at it, I'm like, I don't know, man. But when I get into it, I really love the looks. It's like I just need a little time with it. You know what I'm saying? Glam for sure. There's just none. None. Where's my Zendo? Well, funny. I thought based on how cool toned the mini Zendo was, it's interesting that she went this warm. But I understand because she wanted this to be a summer release, perhaps she steered the colors to be more warm so it could better align with that summer feel of things. You know what I mean? But this is just both opposite ends of the spectrum. Okay? Opposite. If you really love this, I don't know if you're gonna love this. That's just really what it is. I love both warm and cool, most definitely. Zendo gets me more excited because it's a little more vibrant, right? And I think that's the point. And, well, one of you in my comments, forgive me for not answering yet. At this rate, Natasha will probably come out with a retro palette. And I do hope she goes a little more muted with that. It'll be interesting to see it being a little more cool leaning than what we have already in our arsenal of Natasha Denona palettes. Hey, Valerie! And thank you so much for saying that, because I was like, which palette shall I move on to now? I think Tropic is an appropriate segue. And with that said, here we go. Judy, you know, I just impromptu decided to come on. I had no announcements. I had no thumbnail. I have to make a thumbnail actually after this. I'm just flying out by the seat of my pants, let me tell you. All right. This is Tropic, and this is no. Okay, that's better. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, this is very different. I still think very different. Well, we could see. Hold on. One thing definitely is that the Tropic palette does not have any of the cream to powder formulas. It just has the powder mats with the inclusion of the metallics, which were a little strange in this palette. They got a little hard pan a little too fast. Okay. And with that said, I want to now swatch Equilibrium and Flow as well as Breath. Here we go. Equilibrium, Flow, and Breath. All right. And I'll use the other arm for like the other shades in here that we wanted to go over. Ooh, let me stretch my legs. They're getting a little tight. All right, Tiger Lily. You gotta really dig in. Exotic and Mint Frost. Here we go. Tiger Lily, Exotic, Mint Frost. Totally different. Even Breath is different than Mint Frost. And let's switch arms, because now I want to swatch Sangria and Cocoa. Excuse me, motorcycle. Don't you know we're on a live? Sangria, Cocoa from Tropic. I want to do Mindful and Vigor. Mindful, Vigor from Zendo. Sangria has definitely more muted than Vigor. Mindful, warmer than Cocoa. You know what? Hold on. Peach Puff. I gotta do Peach Puff, which I think is going to be more salmon than Relief. Peach Puff. This is Relief from Zendo. But now hold on. Oh, I'm curious to see what Morgan looks like next to Peach Puff. Okay. Peach Puff, more peach. Morgan, more salmon. Relief, more coral. Very, very nuanced. Okay. I do think, however, Tropic not quite the same as Zendo. I think Zendo has a little more variety in terms of finishes for sure. You have metallic, cream to powder, traditional powder matte, and the metallic shades. Whereas the Tropic palette, primarily the powder matte and the metallics. The one I wanted to visit, I had an epiphany moment where to go. Which palette was I thinking of? I hate it when this happens to me. Hold on. Let's see. Not that one. Not that. Oh. Beebs. Is while I was switching Mindful, and I was like, there's something in Beebs that definitely has to. Something happening in here. Okay. All right. Cocoa exists in both Biba and Tropic. Pasha. Buff. Let me see. This is Pasha from Beebs. This is Buff from Beebs, which I don't think quite the same as Balance from Zendo. This is Balance from Zendo, so that's a little more, dare I say, Buff is actually more peachy brown than Balance from Zendo. Rayon is like this maroon type of a shade. I love it so much. Thank you, Shoe Lady 64. Have a good meeting. Thanks for stopping by. And Tone. Remember Tone? Remember Biba? Oh my god, this is such a beautiful palette. This is Tone. Very light, which kind of reminds me of Calm. But I believe Calm from Zendo, more peachy in tone. Yep, for sure. Bow chow. And the bronze in here, Rustic, more bronze than Sense from Zendo, which has that pinky bronze tinge to it, which I much prefer. This is totally my jam. Totally. So we got a little mixture here between Tropic and whatchamacallit, Biba and Zendo. I did want to do the following. Compare some of these Savannah, I think, from Safari with Zeal. But I'm going to just do it on the back of my hand, which is not ideal because it's so veiny. But here's Savannah from Safari. And now we have Zeal from Zendo, which I predict is going to be a little more, well, I don't know actually. Savannah has more of a softer green Savannah than Zeal. It's like a light gray green. And then Rhino is more like moss. Or I can't even successfully identify that shade. It looks green in the palette because I think next to Fata Morgana and Stone. But it's like a warm gray. Audra! No, lurk away, friend. You don't stay comfy. Hi, Bo. Hi, Bo. Hi. All right. Okay. When did I go live? How long have we been going for? We spent 40 minutes on swatches. How do we feel, fam? Oh no. See you. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, I agree, Audra. It is like a gunmetal gray. Yes. Excellent observation. Mm-hmm. 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 Quickly. I just wanted to see from her. These are like 6 years old. Bye, Claire. The blues. Definitely not the same as Equilibrium. Not even from the green palette either. This is from her 28 pan, and this is from Retro. Totally different. Totally different. Hey, Jenna. Wait a minute. No, you didn't. Hold on. Friend, did you warm up? we gotta warm it up. Do a little low lunge first. Okay? Yeah, and it's still going strong. So this is when it first dropped on Beautylish. I was completely broke. I used my Amex, and that was a bad idea. Let me just say that. I did not need to use credit to buy those palettes, let me tell you. But I like that I got them before she changed the formula, because I don't have a problem, and I don't have a problem with parabens. I know the literature out there has been debunked, whatever. Anyway, so I'm not afraid of them. But because my has parabens, my palettes did not go as fast as maybe, I don't know, others, or maybe those didn't go either. Who knows? I think it's just really a matter of how well you store them, which they are stored in a cool, dry place. They're not stored in my bathroom. And my room gets pretty cold because I'm right next to the window. And so is my little makeup tower here, right next to the window. So it could get like a fridge in here. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I wanted to show you how I've been using Zendo in the last couple of days from when I did my first impressions. And oh my goodness me, balance as a cheek color. First of all, let me grab my little Ciroc brush, because it's the perfect brush head size to dip into this eyeshadow pan. So this is the color balance that, hold on. Where's the mirror? You know what? Let me just use this mirror. I could use it as a bronzer, but I think it's beautiful as like a terracotta type of a blush. It just has such nice, like a warm tone to it, but it doesn't look orange. I think it's so pretty. And Relief as a blush, completely and utterly beautiful. So I just love the combination of those two, because I feel it presents like that classic sunburnt look, you know, without the sun damage. And calm, a little more low key. So it's not going to have as much punch as, let's say, Relief. But I could very much put on a liquid blush first and then apply calm on top. Let me actually apply balance on this side, so I could be even Steven. It's like the opposite of what I'm doing is what is showing up on camera, so I get so confused. I'm like, did I do that side already? I don't know. And then you could go, excuse me, Tranquil or Aura. Aura is beautiful as a cheek topper, let me tell you. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, no. Hold on. This is what I wanted to show you. This is my Kyureido Kiwami cheek brush is softer than the Ciroc because Vigor, let me see. If you're deeper in skin tone and you want to use one of these eyeshadows as a blush, Vigor is going to be it for you. Most definitely. That's definitely giving me even a little more sunburn, don't you think? But I love it. I love it. So I wanted to now pick up Aura, because Aura as like a cheek topper is hard to see. I'm trying to bring in the light so you could kind of pick up that sheen, you know what I'm saying? And then Yama, forget it. Which, you know what? Let me do this first. I'm taking my Suku stick because I want a little more moisture here on the cheekbones so that when I apply Yama, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Okay? Please. Please. It just works out, doesn't it? Even with all the stuff I applied already, and despite the fact that it's this type of a duochrome, okay, Tranquil, maybe a little too pink for me to wear as a highlighter, but a little lower on the cheeks, I think works out quite nicely, don't you think? So these are, I feel this is the palette, the first palette I've encountered from Natasha. My poor little microphone is covered in shadow. I'm sorry, my Shure SM7B. Excuse me. I feel that these are the most eyeshadows I've ever used from a Natasha Denona palette on my face. Okay. Not bad. But let me put on Yama on this side. Yaman. Yaman. Alright. Here we go. Let's prime these eyeballs, because I want to do 2 more looks before we wrap it up. And I also have to make tortillas for tacos. Can I buy them from the store? Yes, but I rather just make my own because I'm in control of what goes in those suckers. And I'm using einkorn flour. I don't know how to pronounce it. Einkorn is flour that has not been hybridized, so the wheat is in its original state and it's a little easier to digest. Ideally, though, this is what I really want to do. I want to make my own sourdough starter, so everything could be sourdough. The tortillas, the masa for the empanadas, like I'm really trying to go in, okay? And I want my sourdough pancakes as well. And I also want to ferment my oatmeal because I don't want to eat oatmeal without the fermentation. Grains are often demonized, but they are so because they've been changed so much, and if you prepare them well, they're actually okay to eat. But, you know, you gotta put a little more research into it, so I gotta learn how to make sourdough starter. It's not that hard. I know I'm going on a tangent, sorry. It's not that hard, it just takes 7 days for it to fully develop. You know what I mean? So when I turn side, you can kind of, you see more peach here, and then you see the green. So that's the give and take. You're going to look a little more sunburnt here on the top. So make sure you just turn to the side. Okay. Now, I would like to first go in. Ooh, I want to do the most. You know what? I really wanted to show how beautifully Mantra performs. I was playing last night, and if you are intimidated by this shade, the fact that it's in this formula, I feel makes it so much easier to blend than it be a true powder matte. You know what I mean? Like, now I went a little messy because I'm using well, I feel this brush size is appropriate for what I want to do. I'll switch to a smaller one in a moment. I think that's amazing. Now, just know you have a little brush on standby just to kind of clean up the edges if you wanted. Okay? I didn't do this yet, but I want to go in with breath on the majority of the lid. And then bring it in towards this part of the eye. Ooh, that's pretty. Smaller brush time, back in with Mantra, because I want to better refine this blend here in the crease. And bring it out slightly. I mean, this is too much. Too much. This is really nice to blend. Hi, Tina. Hi, fancy face. I saw your Violet Voss Cool Vibes swatches. They look beautiful. Thank you, Claire. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Going in with more breath. Can't help myself. I'm so silly. I'm so silly. Okay. Now, what I really love about Mantra is that it sets up flow and equilibrium really well. So I could actually go in with flow, and I feel applying it over breath better amplifies the lightness of this color, and you can better, I think, see that slight silver tinge in there. I think it's more detectable. It just looks more shiny and more impactful. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm gonna go in. This is so funny. Go get yourself a Canadian squirrel and start brushing that tail. Maybe he wants to be groomed, which is so funny. That was so funny. I need to pin that comment. Okay. Killed me. Good pickup, though, let me tell you. We got ourselves a teal eye. A teal eye. I don't think breath is not so much patchy, is that it's, you gotta build it. It's a light color. It's a light pastel cream to matte, which actually reminded me of Andronite from Triochrome. But this is a cream, or excuse me, a Trio powder matte. Breath is cream to powder. Well, you know what I want to do? Let me see here. I want to grab some Yama and place it not only on the inner part of the eye, but also the inner corner. And go in with more breath and just further build like the inside part of my eye and have that overlap and flow into mantra a little bit more so it could look more pronounced. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Ava. I saw you quickly and I'm like, was that Ava? Yes, it was. Hi, Ava. Okay. Now, Natasha did do some avant-garde moments when she mixed both sides, which I think if you're comfortable doing that, you can be successful. But if you are now just, this is your first time rolling into Natasha Denona, like for instance, this right here, I think is absolutely beautiful. She mixed a lot of the cooler shades with the warmer shades here on the inner part of the eye. That's really pretty. I think you really just have to be strategic with it. Here it is. This is a close-up look of both. That looks like that actually looks like Zeal, Equilibrium, Yama, Flow, Luster. You know what? Let's do it. Screw it. Let's do it. Excuse me. All right. Let's do it. Zeal, outer third. All right. Here we go. Zeal, outer third. I'm just going to tap it on first and not get crazy. Because it looks like she winged it out a lot, but I want to keep the winging out for like the very last second. But of course, I'm trying to do it now. It's okay. All right, I think that's good for now. All right. Okay, all right. Equilibrium, outer half of the lid. I'm going to take my finger and pat that down as I feel this is the best way to apply equilibrium. The warmth of your finger, I think, is going to best deposit this texture on the lid. I'll go back with... Oh, drop that brush. We ain't using it now. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm actually going to go in my REPHR number 26. Although it's one of these brushes, I think perfect for this actual, like this specific task where you want to be a little more crease precise. There we go. Just have be a little cleaner here with, because I don't want to blow this up too high just yet. I want to wait till the very end. Okay, all right, that's what we got so far. Fantastic. What's next, Natasha? Flow, center brow bone, crease, and center lower lash line. Ah, so this looks like, yes. Actually, I thought that might have been Yama, but she used Flow. All right, all good. Center brow bone, crease. So it looks like she brought this up really high. But I'll be conservative with it for now. Okay? We shall see. Breath, brow bone. Oh, we got breath. Okay. I could probably, you know what? I'm going to go a little more. I think now we could bring up Zeal a little bit more. I think we got the green light to do that with. There we go. Ooh. Because, let me see here. I love my Yano series brush. It's a flat top. Well, more dome, but I think because of that is ideal to kind of blend out the edges of your matte shadow with. All right, all right, all right. Okay. We could always go back and refine. Let's see here. Aura, inner third of the lid. Ah, this is where it gets fun. Okay, here we go. Aura. Taking my Ciroc brush. Aura. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. This is getting fun. I feel it. I can feel it. All right. I'm not mad at this. At all. At all. But I do want to just bring in a little more blend here. I also want to tap in more flow. There we go. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. I want to fluff this out a little bit also. It looks a little too precise. Or a yap with fingers for sure. I just thought because this is in on the inner part of the lid that I wanted to be a little more precise with the application. We're almost there. Vigor, inner crease. Vigor. Oh, that's right. But Vigor, she does a really sharp inner crease. Hold on. I'm going to have to take this brush. She does something like that. She curves it. That's really intense. I kind of love it. I kind of love it. I think I took it in too deep, but it's okay. And we don't get no sleep, 'cause we be up all night until the early light. We go deep. Now I gotta finish the lower lash line. I think she used Flow on the center part of the lid. And I will then proceed with Zeal on the outer part of the lower lash line. I said lid. I meant to say lower lash line for Flow's placement just now. Sorry. I'm losing my words. I'm losing my mind. Okay. I'm going to actually apply a little bit of equilibrium here. Yeah. And I know well, let me take a look at the photo again. It looks like she brought in aura from the top to the inner part of the lower lash line. Okay. I just want to do one last big fluff. That works out. I think that's fun. I think that's fun. Let me put on some lashes. And then we'll call it a day. Because we're already over an hour. I knew this was going to happen. It's just, we had a lot of things to do, friends. But as we begin to close out, and as I apply these lashes, I do hope these comparisons helped. And I always make this, or I wish to say this in every video, that I do this so you don't feel pressed to buy anything, or you're like, why don't I like this palette? It's fine. Like, we're not going to love everything. Even my love, Pat McGrath, sometimes she's going to come out stuff that I'm not going to completely fall in love with, right? And that is all good. And I think that's why Natasha keeps on releasing palettes, is because she knows when, for instance, I'm sure when she was developing Zendo, she was like, people might be expecting the cool stuff and might not gravitate toward this color story. You know, she probably already thought that. Maybe this is why she might be working on a cool palette. That's not glam, you know, it's more, it has color, but it's more muted. You know what I mean? We shall see. Thank you, Ava. I don't know where my tweezers are, but we are being adventurous today by applying these lashes with my fingers. But Sandra Deluxe does the same. Like when I watch her just plop on lashes like nothing, it's kind of insane. So I'm actually trying to replicate the same technique, but it's with my left hand is tough. It's tough with my left. I gotta switch back and forth. There we go. That's not too bad. All right. Not so bad. All right, let's do a little bit of lip. And then we're out of here. We're out of here, okay? We're out of here. I actually don't know. Well, let me see here. Where did I put Sammy? Did I put Sammy in here? Yeah, Sammy. Listen to you. I got nothing. I just happen to be lucky today. I have a lucky day, and this is not even like that great, I feel like, but thank you. I could have made this. Hold on. This is what happens when you're a little bit of perfectionist. I'm not actually striving for perfection. I'm just trying to avoid janky, okay? That's what we're trying to do. All right, that's better. Hooray, we did it, fam. What do we think? Eye look number 1. Eye look number 2. Both eyes at the same time. Head on. I enjoy that. Okay. I love Zendo. I do. I've been using it. I just love the versatility, the breadth of opportunity that exists in this palette, going from cheeks to eyes, eyes to cheeks, vice versa. Necessary? Absolutely not. That still holds true. You know what I mean? And I think that's an advantage this holds over bronze. As much as I love bronze, I can't use a lot of, well, I could use some of these shades on my cheeks, but I love the fact that relief is in here, that it's like that deep coral peach that I feel is just an ultimate blush color. And I listen, if it happens, I'm packing, whether going to Bay's house or Maddie's house. I'll be at Maddie's house next week. So we're gonna see Maddie next week. All that to say, if I were to forget a blush, I could use any of those shadows for blush, and no one would be the wiser. They would think I use a separate blush. Absolutely, but it just eliminates the need to pack extra stuff. So that's something I consider very much an advantage when you do buy Zendo if you decide to, and that I would highly encourage you to do if you have it, to experiment with a lot of these colors on your cheeks. We did it! We finished! So this is what I'm going to do, fam. I have to make my tortillas, but let me take this thumbnail. I will update the timestamps later today because I know this is going to be quite long and I don't want you to, if you don't want to see everything, I get it. We all have our day and we try to see what we can. If you want to skip over certain portions, I will update those timestamps ASAP. But until then, thank you so much for tuning in. This was so impromptu, and to have you all here just by surprise makes me so happy. I appreciate you so much. for you to carve out time to spend a little chatty time with me and your support. I thank you all for your really supportive comments on the last Zendo video, and I love how you express uh that we can express different opinions and it not get crazy, which is I think how it always should be, but sometimes, so anyway, thank you for creating a really nice environment for everyone to participate in. Hey, Chris. And yes, oh, Melissa, I should share my tortillas on Instagram. We'll see how they come out. Anyway, thank you all. Love you all. Always a pleasure. And until then, well, I will see you soon.